A new day and a new Xiaomi smartphone that's looking like we're going to be seeing a release of. The Xiaomi Mi Note 10 is a little bit confusing in regards to where it would fit in with Xiaomi's lineup. We're not going to talk about that in this video. We're simply going to talk about the specs, the rumors, and some of the potential equipment that the Mi Note 10 and Mi Note 10 Pro would be having. Right now, the Mi Note 10 has gotten certification in Thailand for distribution. So we know at least that this device is going to be a global release as opposed to a China-specific model, and that this device is somewhat being engineered to be a global specific model. In regards to specifications, we're looking at a Snapdragon 855 Plus, standard 8 gigabytes or 10 gigabytes of RAM, depending upon if you get the Mi Note 10 or the Mi Note 10 Pro. 256 gigabytes of storage, 120 hertz refresh display, as well as a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, or at least bigger than 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, whether or not Xiaomi decides to give the ISOCELL GW 108 megapixel sensor is kind of left up in the air at this point. What we do know is that Xiaomi is kind of revitalizing the Mi Note lineup. And at least from a global perspective, this makes a fair amount of sense, as the Xiaomi Mi 9 Pro 5G with very similar specifications right now is going to be launching in China only. The Xiaomi Mi Mix Alpha is more of a concept phone that's going to be getting a limited release. And Xiaomi's Mi 9T and Xiaomi's Mi 9T Pro are not the newest in regards to hardware specifications, and they're aimed at a more kind of budget segment. So whether or not we see the Mi Mix 4 come out, or if Xiaomi decides to go with the Mi Note series for kind of their global flagship, is going to be giving a lot of indication for Xiaomi's roadmap to their future intentions of bringing products to Western markets. It's really no surprise to me that Xiaomi is trying to launch a different product line for the Western markets, and I honestly think that bringing premium specs such as a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, such as a high refresh screen, such as the Snapdragon 855 Plus, are checking all the right boxes for people that want the ultimate powerhouse phone. I think at least that the more interesting device that we're having like leaks of is the Xiaomi Mi Note 10. Just the regular one, not the Plus variant, for a couple of reasons. It's probably going to ship with a Snapdragon 730G, which is almost to the same performance level as the Snapdragon 845, but with a newer GPU. That combined with potentially a lower refresh rate screen, either being 60 or 90 hertz, and a 4,000 or bigger milliamp hour battery means that we're probably going to be getting really good battery life. A 64 megapixel camera as the main camera, and kind of a stripped down version of the regular Mi Note 10 Pro. Especially if we're going to be seeing this at more entry level price point, we could definitely see a lot of value being brought back to Xiaomi consumers that want to have the big form factor device. Really, what this could indicate to Mi Max owners is that Xiaomi is abandoning the kind of more entry-level Mi Max series and giving people a big phone with better specs and kind of a better overall user experience. Now, what I want to know from you guys is whether or not you're going to want to get the Mi Note 10 Pro or the Mi Note 10. As a consumer, my choice, I think, would be the regular Mi Note 10, simply because I don't really need the extra horsepower for the Mi Note 10 Pro. I currently have my Xiaomi K20 Pro underclocked by 20% to get better battery life, and to be completely frank with you guys, this underclocked by 20% means that the performance is on a very similar level to the Snapdragon 845, and this device runs great. I'm getting amazing battery life with it, and ultimately, I don't really feel like I personally need to have the better CPU. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think, and if you guys would prefer to have the Snapdragon 730 or the Snapdragon 855 Plus, and why. And I'm gonna go ahead and do more videos this week about the Redmi Note 8T and a couple other devices. Okay, it's been Mitchell.